Everyone wants to live a long and fruitful life, but over 70% of American adults are going about it in the wrong direction. Hello, I'm Harrison Hoch, and I'm talking about the problem of obesity in our country. I've watched as friends and family have struggled with obesity and believe that this problem needs a solution. Obesity and overweight are plaguing our country, and without proper steps, it will never get better. Almost 1 in 5 adults ages 40 to 85 dies of obesity. Do you want to be one of them? Obesity is the largest preventable problem facing the United States, and without our entire nation coming together to cause change, it'll only get worse. Being able to lessen obesity will not only result in a better way of life, but a more powerful and productive nation as a whole. First, I'm going to explain what being overweight and obese is and how it affects our nation. Obesity is when someone has too much body fat, or is defined as the condition of being grossly fat or obese. While obesity and overweight are not the same thing, they're similar because to be obese, someone will have to be overweight, but you do not have to be overweight to be obese. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Disease, the tool that is used to measure if someone is obese is the body mass index. The BMI, as it is called, is the weight in kilograms divided by the height in meters squared, and it is mainly related to the amount of fat that someone has. A person with a BMI from 18.5 to 25 is considered normal weight, while 25 to 30 is considered overweight, and anything above that is obese. These numbers might not seem far apart, but there is a huge difference between 5 BMI. A 6-foot tall man would be classified as 200 pounds to be obese, but 180 pounds to be normal. This is a 20% increase in total body fat, and this might not seem like much, but that's already fat, and that is very unhealthy for you. A group of doctors has conducted a study and found that an increase of 5 BMI raises the rate of a stroke by 40%. The same study also found a strong correlation between obesity and higher blood pressure. Being obese does not just affect the heart, but the entire body. Excess body weight that can lead to cancer is responsible for 7% of cancer-related deaths. These stats together paint a clear picture that obesity is a major problem facing our country. Obesity is the second highest preventable cause of death in the United States behind tobacco. Now that you understand what obesity is and its effects, I'm going to tell you how people are affected. Who is affected? Over 80% of American adults are either overweight or obese. 70%. To put this at a higher percentage in context, I'll create a hypothetical. If they're going to a school, half of the kids could have one parent that is overweight or obese, and the rest of the school would have both parents that are overweight and obese. This is alarming for many reasons. The first reason is that having parents that are overweight sets a bad example for the children and makes them think that living like this is acceptable. Not only does it set a bad example, but it makes it more likely for the child to become obese at a young age and stay that way their entire life. The percentage of overweight adults is also concerning because it has not always been like it is now. According to the World Health Organization, obesity has tripled since 1975. The United States is the home of the most obese and overweight people in the entire world. This means that we need to be working the hardest to try and reverse the culture of having and allowing obesity to overrun our country. We also need to see obesity as not just a problem with the person's health, but the person's mind. Because obesity is a mental health concern, because knowingly harming your body and not doing anything about it is very bad. Obesity is almost just as harmful to someone's mental health as it is to the physical body. Knowing what obesity is and who it affects is vital in the attempts to try and help those struggling with obesity. A large misconception in the weight loss world is that eating healthy foods will help you lose weight. It does, but that's not the only thing. Weight loss is mainly based on a concept of energy input versus energy output. If someone is trying to burn fat or lose weight, they need to use more energy than they're taking in. When the energy someone's taking in is used up, then they fuel the body by using fats. This makes them lose weight. This also relates to how people get obese in the first place. They simply consume more food and calories than they burn. This puts them in a hole because after years of overeating, your body becomes almost dependent on consuming more than they can burn. Eating healthy can also make people gain more weight because since they're eating healthy, they think that it makes it better for them. But in essence, since you're eating more, even though it's better food, you still gain weight. With all this information in mind, I hope that you can see that just making food healthier will not stop the rise of obesity. What can help reduce obesity is if the population of obese and overweight people start working out or becoming more active. If people who are obese and trying to lose weight can just remember that to burn more than they take in, then they can only go in the right direction. As previously mentioned, obesity is preventable, and this is the most important thing to remember when trying to find ways to reduce it. If you want to lessen obesity rates, then you have to start with the person who is obese. If someone doesn't want to put in the work, and it is a lot of work, then there's no amount of help that can help them. Obviously, encouragement and trying to get them to care is very important, but at the end of the day, if they don't want to work and try and help them, then there's not much we can do for them. Finally, you not only know what obesity is, but know the devastating impact it has on our country and the world. Obesity doesn't always look like a 400-pound man who can't move. It is in every bite of food we take. We must learn to control ourselves and to control or help those who can't do it alone. The problems we need to fix are the preventable ones, and obesity needs to be at the top of the list. Obesity is a terrible plague that has swept our nation, but there are always ways to stop it, and we need to do them. All it takes is a few words of encouragement to change someone's life, because who knows if losing that 20% could save their life. Thank you.